out there, my people? Welcome back again. This time, boy, Adam's Link. Welcome to another crazy video. And good morning, afternoon, evening, depending on where you are watching this video from. So, just in, guys, Joeboy is in big issue with one Nigeria legendary musician, ASA. There is fire on the mountain, and nobody gonna be on the run. I don't know if I'm singing it right, but that woman, ASA, who is well known in Nigeria, you know what she did recently. ASA is saying that Joeboy stole contour from her, and she is asking for immediate removal from all platforms, plus 300 million naira and 60% of royalty. There's this music video, this music that was released by Joeboy about 2 months ago, the audio, and meanwhile the video was dropped 3 weeks ago. Contour, very incredible music, and so far it has over 1 million views on YouTube. And I do not think that music has made close to 300 million naira for Joeboy. So why is ASA being ridiculous and asking Joeboy to pay her the sum of 300 million naira and also 60% royalty? And meanwhile, guess what? Joeboy is very keen to fight ASA over that song. So according to someone representing ASA, he called himself, well, I do not know because the information was kind of like deleted. According to Joeboy, he laughed about the whole thing. He said, LOL, notice of copyright infringement. We act as a legal representative of Bukola Elimide, aka ASA, our client, irrespective of the above subject matter, and write to you on our instruction. It has been brought to our attention that your newly released song, Contour the Song, infringes on the copyright of our client. As recorded, captured in the music composition, the composition which she created in a recording season, in a section which took place on September 22, 2020, with the producer of the song. As you may be aware, the law does not permit the commercial use and release of any copyrighted material by any person other than the right owner, without the obtain of a license from the right holder of such material. We are therefore surprised to know that the song was recorded and released using our client's material without contacting, requesting, and or obtaining the required license from our client. We are aware that the use of our composition in the song was not authorized by our client, neither has she reached any commercial agreement with you or your team for the recording, public performance, commercial releases, or distribution of the song which embodies our composition. Therefore, we demand that the sum of 300 million naira as well as 60% publishing split on the song be assigned to our client. Well, 200 million naira, that's not the Bible make any dime that close to that amount. Well, Joeboy wrote LOL, and according to what he said, you said I have 24 hours. It's been 48 hours. Do something. Because I do always do love and light. You think, say, I be soft meat? That's coming from Joeboy. Like, he say, no, na bring am now. You not say, I won't sue me for 300 million naira. I should pay you and also 60% royalty cut. Bring it on. I'm ready. That's coming from Joeboy. Well, see, one of all those things I noticed in Nigerian music entertainment is that producers are the one causing this problem. You will produce song for this person because the person nobody released the song and he don't pay you because nobody released the song for 3 years. You go carry the same song give another person. What's wrong with you, guy? Now you know they cause those things. Now you know they cause up. Well, I don't know how it's going to be. ASA is a very well-known, respected musician. She doesn't have any controversies attached to her name. She doesn't look for trouble. So her coming out now swings Joeboy. Is it that she couldn't reach out to Joeboy personally? Is she even supposed to reach out to Joeboy personally? No. Because you should respect ASA enough to reach out to her. But I do not think Joeboy has anything to do with this either. I want to hear from the producer because they are the one always causing these copyright issues. Well, let's wait and see if Joeboy will pay because Joeboy says he's ready to go to court. Well, we're going to talk about Chioma and Davido being seen around all the goddamn time. Abba, what did they happen? You know, they can never keep their relationship under wrap. Like, whenever those two are together, pictures, videos keep flying. But firstly, let's hear from Harrison and what he said recently about Skibi. He said a housekeeper fed Skibi, gave him shelter, and yet Skibi insulted him and his wife.
Now, in the industry, the cult, they take them, they brag. Yes, so I belong to this cult, I belong to that cult. People where you think say get respect, we humble. Like Skibi. Skibi stayed in my house. I fed him, gave him money, clothes. They give him clothes for my house. Skibi, that was staying in the house that I rented, that they fought me. Why you go rent house? Skibi, where they stay for my house, where they feed. Everything. Skibi insulted me and my wife, where I can't go my wedding for worry. He insulted me and my wife. See,
Skibi insulted himself and his wife. Skibi making feed for house. And Curtis. Hey, let's talk about this Curtis with artists. What is it with Nigeria cultists with artists? Like, what is it? Why are you guys love to be associated with them? Why do you brag about it? What is the idea about bragging as a musician that you are in a cult? What is the idea? How it they do you now? How it they sweet you now for body? I believe any musician that can brag about cultists, now is that while he was in school, he no get an opportunity. So if he say money now will come make and belong. Honestly, people make day court, People make day court, no they show. Relax, oh. People don't do this thing well. People see they there secretly, but you no go ever know. They are public speakers, so they are doing well for themselves, but you no go ever know. Why a musician? What is it? What's the connection? What kind of right? What kind of protection do you get? What kind of protection do you get from it? You see, they do all kind of sign and all the rest. What kind of protection do you get as a musician? Be associated with one. What is it? And I don't know the personal issue between Harrison and Skibi because I don't want to believe that Skibi just disrespected Harrison and just the way he said it, that that's exactly the way it happened. But that's another ball game. So I'm not going to like talk into it. Then let's talk about Davido and Chioma. Why is it that these guys cannot just simply do their relationship in silence? Whenever they are together, videos and pictures start flying. It's either mostly coming from Davido taking pictures or video. Always, mostly, na Davido. He can never leave his phone. He can never leave his phone. It's always pam, 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 pam. I just hope this time is a real deal though, because for the way I'm seeing it, Davido has let go of all his other, forsaking all his other baby mamas. So, because I think that is one of all those criteria that Chioma brought, that if you and I must be together, then you must let go of Sophia Momodu. You should be having a relationship with Sophia Momodu, with Amanda in USA. It's just you and I in this relationship. In fact, I believe Chioma would be more comfortable with Davido having other side chicks, not side chick like just having fun, than being with Sophia Momodu or being with this one. I believe so, but I hope they are all good though. So maybe, just maybe, that in the next year you might be hearing some wedding bell between Chioma and Davido, you know. It can be, it can be. There's nothing that's, after all, the whole formality has been done. Then, let's talk about Davido's sister Sharon, who decided to make a very, very educating video concerning herself being compared to her father's wealth, and why is it that she's still working when her father is wealthy.
One of the things that I really just had to say concerning this is because I get a lot of people that come up to me and say, Sharon, why do you even work? Why do you even... And I'm just thinking to myself, so I went to school. I have a BSc, I have a master's degree, and I have a brain. But I shouldn't do anything because my father is wealthy. You know, I went to school with British people primarily, my primary years. And I would go to school with high, you know, royal officials' kids. I would go to school with, what do you call it? Ambassadors' children, HRH children, millionaires and billionaires. And one thing was always common amongst all of them. They would never say they were rich. They were like, oh, I'm not rich. My father's rich. And honestly, I really adopted that mindset. And for me, I'm so happy that I did. And I'm so grateful because my dad spoils me to bits and I'm grateful. But I also understand that these are gifts. Do you understand? And I need to use these gifts well and manage my money well so that I too can provide for my children. You know, and I'm really happy that I'm an entrepreneur. I'm really happy that I don't work with my dad. Not that there's anything wrong with anyone working with their parents, but I just want the freedom to know that I can actually do it and I can push myself. I just feel like this, especially in Nigeria, I noticed my dad's rich, so I'm rich. If you don't know how they're making the money, if you're not actively in the business, I feel like it's very dangerous for you to develop that mindset. So when I come to you with all humility, is because I have no choice but to be humble. Do you kind of get what I'm saying? I'm not raking in millions. I'm managing myself according to what I'm able to make for now. So I hope other people do the same, basically.
Really nice advice to other kids out there who think that if their parents are rich, that means that they are also automatically rich by start misbehaving anyhow. That's why I respect those people who hustle. I don't care about if your father is a politician or if your father is rich. But if I know you as a hustler, I respect you a lot. Honestly, it's a die-hard respect for you. But if you go around just doing like this, driving all the fancy cars, man, to hell with you and that your goddamn fancy cars. To hell with you. Just keep them aside. That one are your own. Yeah, enjoy that one are your money. Your dad money, enjoy it now, you know. But to all the hustlers, despite your background, which we're from a rich, wealthy background, are you a hustler? Big up respect to you, man. Big up respect to you. So let's move past that, and thank you very much for watching. It's about Adam's Link. Catch you on my next video. Stay tuned. Bye.